Does USCIS still schedule and conduct marriage green card case interview? Answer is yes. I'm Attorney Jay Francis. I'm a U.S. immigration lawyer based in Chicago but serving all 50 states. Today, I'm standing in front of Milwaukee USCIS field office. Just attended marriage green card case interview. I will give you the detail. So does USCIS schedule marriage green card case interviews in 2024? Answer is yes. Does USCIS schedule more separate interviews in 2024? That answer is yes as well. So when USCIS schedule interviews, then obviously your case will take longer than when it's not scheduled. Since July 2022, USCIS has implemented new policy, which is interview waiver. Not all cases will be scheduled for interview anymore, but they still schedule interviews, right? Number two, when they schedule interviews, that there is a greater chance that it could be separate interviews. On top of that, USCIS step up what they call marriage fraud unit visitation. 6 a.m., 7 a.m., knocking on the door at your residency. Make sure that you live as a couple. So I wouldn't say that cases became easier, but if you have a good case, well prepared, then it's really fast. You watch my TikTok, YouTube videos, cases only take 17, 41, 47 days, less than 2 months or less than 3 months when your case is not scheduled for interviews. So what do you do when USCIS sends you interview scheduling notice? They'll give you about 30 and more day advance notice. So today, I'm gonna talk about what to expect when USCIS schedule interview for you. Well, obviously, you don't know whether it will be joint or separate interview. But the bottom line is that both of you must attend interview together. So it's absolutely important. And then also, you need to be there on time. If you show up late, then it's gonna go downhill. Officers don't like applicants and spouses show up late. So make sure that you show up on time or earlier. So for this video, I'm gonna talk about multiple patterns of separate interviews that various USCIS field offices conduct. And next video, I'm gonna talk about what questions they ask and how they conduct separate interviews. So let's talk about the patterns. Number one pattern of separate interview would be this: that officer open the door and call one of you to enter. So from the beginning, you'll be interviewed separately. It can be U.S. citizen petitioner first or 45 applicant first, but usually it's a 130 U.S. citizen petitioner first. They rarely interview U.S. citizen foreign spouse at the same time separately. So it'll be sequential, right? So then one of you will go in, officer conduct the interview, bring that spouse out, and bring another spouse in. Like I said, it can be U.S. citizen or foreign spouse, but in most cases, it'll be with the U.S. citizen first. Second pattern is that you start together. Officer bring both of you, and then you start with a joint interview. Then ask one of the spouse to go back to waiting area, and then ask more detail to another spouse. Now, third pattern would be you start separately. So ask one of the spouse come in, and then bring another spouse to join, and you finish together. That's the third pattern. I'm gonna record another video on how USCIS officers actually conduct separate interviews. And then I'm gonna talk about the ways in which they conduct the interviews more in detail in next video. Stay tuned. Thank you.